Hi everybody, it's Ela and I am back and I'm going to do a two-part video. I'm going to be painting artichokes using mostly granulating paint. I got a new set, Daniel Smith mineral-based watercolors, and I also tested out, these watercolors are all part of the Primatek Daniel Smith set. And so these are all paints that are based on minerals. And some of these are really awesome. Some have some sparkle. Some of them separate into kind of two colors, which I kind of think is cool. It might be frustrating if that's not what you expect. But I do recommend that if you're interested in these, pick up a dot sheet, get them wet, try them out, see if you like them. Don't just jump in there and buy a bunch of tubes of this stuff because they're expensive. Some of them are much better than others. Some of these barely dissolve. This is the very disappointing lapis lazuli right here. Doesn't really work very well as paint. Burnt tiger's eye, not so hot. Some of these are not so awesome, and then others are really great. So yeah, this was only like $5 at my art supply shop. You can also buy it online. So test them out for yourself. And of course, you'll get to see how all the colors that I use in my picture behave and whether or not these are colors that might appeal to you as well. Let's get started. Watercolor Aquarelle sketchbook by Canson, and I'm pretty happy with it. I actually like it a lot more than my travelogue that I reviewed recently. They're both cellulose papers, but this one has more texture, and I find that it just takes the paint a lot better. As you can see from this picture right here that I did in it, it's able to take these large washes and look good. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to let you watch me mix colors. So I actually like these little plastic palettes. I know a lot of people hate plastic. I do not. I think it's fine. And it's because I'm using these bells. Here, I'm going to clean it on the real experience. This is what it really looks like when I paint. For step one, clean it up a little bit. I just think artichokes are super cool. I love the combination of green and purple. These main colors in here are these 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all American Journey. This is quinacridone red. One of these is phthalo blue. One of them is ultramarine blue. And this is called Joe's yellow right here. And I think this is a lemon yellow and a cadmium red over here. But I'm going to use this fancy set that I got from Daniel Smith recently. And it has an amethyst, which is sort of a purple. It has a very pinky red in here. And I have some nice greens. And I'm going to think about, can I work these into the picture? I also have a blue in here that I can work in there too. So let's just remind ourselves, what does this stuff look like? FYI, I think all the colors in this are staining, which means that they dissolve really easily and quickly in water. It doesn't separate at all. It gets a very smooth, even look versus a granulating color. This is the amethyst. This is the purple. It's a pretty good purple for what I see there. But you can see it kind of has a muddy quality. It doesn't dry as evenly. It really shows the surface of the paper. You can see the texture of the paper here. You can't see the texture of the paper in there. Let's check out this blue. All of these colors by Daniel Smith, this particular set, are very granulating. They're all ground up minerals that have been turned into paint. So once again, you can see that texture of the paper again. This is Mayan Blue Genuine. This is Jadeite, which makes me think, is it really jade? Oh my. That's pretty. I'm definitely going to have to use that in this. And now we have Rhodonite Genuine. And this is really unusual. This and the purple are both really unusual for being granulating. It's hard to find purples and pinky reds
reds in general that are granulating. Most granulating colors are just blue or earth toned. You can see all of these, there's that texture of the paper showing through. If you want something, more examples of something that doesn't granulate, this is about the most ungranulating, most staining color ever. This is phthalo blue. Let's make it a little bit more intense. And it still shows the texture of the paper a little bit, but much less so than these guys. If I mix these with some more water, you can see that they lift pretty easily. This green is interesting because it actually seems to be two pigments. I can see sections where it's sort of bluish and sections where it's more brownish. But the fact that I can just lift these up even after they've had a chance to dry. Don't know if it's obvious to you guys how these paints are different, but this color likes to take over the world. You can see how it's really flowing down in there. This is staining, these are granulating, I swear. I'm going to mix an artichoke green. I'm going to start with the green because that's the main color I see in here. So I really like this. I often mix greens from scratch, but I'm going to try this jadeite. One thing I do find that with granulating colors is that you have to use more of them to get any concentration. Here we go. Alright, now the other main color is the purple, and maybe could I do it with just these two? By the way, I would never go straight out of the tube with a staining color. I'm only doing this because I know that these colors require much more pigment to show up since they are granulating. Put a little in each one and see which one needs the most. Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of paint I put in there, and yet it's not very dark. Come on, guys. Just gonna put the two together. Let's see what happens. Pretty good. Not as dark as one hopes. Just gonna lift all of this and mix the two together completely, then throw a little bit of red on top. Just rubbing my brush around in some dried up permanent carmine. Throw that in there too. Redden it up. I've got all that green, it can handle some red. It's pretty good. Quickly before I start, I'm going to show you what these colors look like now that they've all dried out, and you can see much more how, especially this green, there's flecks of brown and there's flecks of green. There's really two colors in that jadeite. It's fascinating. Just because it's a mineral doesn't mean that that mineral is just one color. It can have two colors, and each of those colors may have a different density and will flow differently. And there is just kind of a lightness to these granulating colors. They're not as intense. So that's it for part one. Part two will be out in a couple of days, and I will be filling in the artichokes. Please note that this was all originally recorded as one long piece. I want to thank my Patreon members. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Sarah. Everyone who subscribes in the month of September is going to get a recipe card with this lovely little picture of radishes based on a watercolor that I did. And on the back of the postcard, there is a recipe for pickled radishes as well. So there we go. I'll see you next time.